between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Stay in situation. Let's go. Hey, lock it. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 61. Matchbox lights. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Let's go.
It's a giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
80 weapons. Go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Darryl Worley up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
It's going to be a long day. Snap.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Set up. 18 Gator. Check. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Slam. Go. Slam. Hey, zoom. Snap.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 34 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang, bang.
Now it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing is Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their try.
Come on, man. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go. Double tight. Clear. 3 down. Check safety. 49, check 49, check 49. You draw quarters. Jim.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
What are you doing?
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Carson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Watch that.
They run for it with Carson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Carson. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
Go! 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Watch the crowd.
Now Jones throwing on first down. That's complete to Slayton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Check Mike. Switch. Roll out. Switch it. Yep. I got it.
On 1st and 10, Jones. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The throw over the middle taken in. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jones. Throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
60 outlaw. Hey, check.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. It's just me and you. It's just us.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Let's go.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Orbit. Protein spill. Mike 55. Hey, watch the screen.
Jones on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
No. Go.
Barkley. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
50. Fair. 55. Nice, sweetheart. Pilot, 64. Weak. Look at me. Go. Whip. Watch the whip. Now.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Giants. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. To Vecchio to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mike 5-4. Pick it up. One left.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
A gain of 15. First down Seahawks.
Check. Watch the before. Alert. Check. Break down. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Buying time to his left, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dexter Lawrence coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9, and they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19, finding some room at midfield, and he'll cut it to the right sideline. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 64 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
General West. Look, squeeze. Hey. Move. Cut. 55.
Now Jones to throw again, eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready to go.
Now Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Kroon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Wilson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. They run it with Carson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A game of 5 brings out 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 43-yard line.
25. 54.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is Carson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Delta. Mike 55, Mike 55. Rabbit. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. 65.
Throwing Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Crunch. Under 10. 10. Greystone, travel. 55, Mike 55. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55. And get it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Jones now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. He sets to fire into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 3rd down, Carson, and an alley to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 34. Facing short yardage on 3rd down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league. And that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running. And the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
218, chop it. Hard, hard. Safe. Look at me, zipper. Buzz. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. You can't block me. You can go.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one. And got his man complete. The 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
And the shovel pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Ready.
Here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go. Alert flare. Good job right there. One left. Tempo.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll get 3 up to midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. Check. Watch it before. Watch the pass. Got it.
On 1st down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
I-7. Go. Motion. Hey, check right. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is fielded at the 7. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 77 yards, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have taken the lead. Vecchio good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
There he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 68 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 36. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
14. Check 6 guys. Check 52.
To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Emmanuel Ogbah able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A 1st down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 24-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Ready? 50, plant. Eat. Come on, boy. 80 weapons. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check. Lucky. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Clear. Let's go.
Jones on third down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be taken at the 10. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through plays.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaud on EA Sports.